This is Bizzong, the special Patreon exclusive monthly edition for our VIP Patreon contributors to the Project Entertainment Network. I am your host, Mr. Frank. So, this month, February, I'm going to feature a few books, not just one Bizarro book, but a few books, because I know a lot of our Patreon contributors are simply not regular listeners of Bizzong, that I'm aware of anyway. Perhaps you are, and that's great, and I know there are several Bizzong listeners out there. So, this month I want to spotlight some books where if you're not familiar with Bizarro, but you're kind of intrigued by the concept, maybe you could pick up these books, one of these books, or all of these books, and get a flavor for what Bizarro is. And these are all they're published anthologies that are meant to introduce you to what Bizarro fiction is. So I'd like to go ahead and talk about a few of them. I'm going to start out with one right here. Strange Fucking Stories. This one was published by Strange House Books several years back. I have a story in this, so it's a little self-serving that I spotlight this, but it really is sort of a quietly unsung hero of the Bizarro introduction anthology. Strange Fucking Stories. They got the second one coming out, and this is the first one. It's a who's who of Bizarro writers from a couple of years back. Kevin Strange is in this. MP Johnson's in this. Rich Bottles is a fantastic Bizarro writer. He doesn't get enough props as far as I'm concerned. I myself am in this anthology with the story I talk about a lot on my podcast, Dick Sick. Who else is in here that the name would pop out to me? John Bruni's in here, past guest on our show. Rich Bottles, Kevin Strange, Matt Kurtz, for sure, is in here. And D.M. Anderson, another one. This is great. These are just fantastic Bizarro stories and a really good example of what Bizarro fiction is and can be. Moving on, I'd like to spotlight this next one. Another past guest on our show, Mr. Vincenzo Bylov, is the head editor at Bizarro Pulp Press. And Bizarro Pulp Press has put out just a Bible called Bizarro, an anthology. And again, it's another great way to introduce yourself to what Bizarro is. There's all different kinds of examples. This here, Bizarro from Bizarro Pulp Press. Look at this sucker. It's thick. It's thick and beefy. So there's a lot in here. There's MP Johnson once again in here. Jeff Burke from Deadeye Press. Alan Clark. P.A. Douglas. R.A. Harris. Wolverine from Africa. Guys right in Africa. We always talk about, I've had guests on from Scotland and Australia, all over the place. Wolverine's from Africa. Let's check out who's in here. Some other names I can rattle off are, oh man, look at this. Alan M. Clark's in here. Sean Leonard's in here. Who else is in here? Max Booth III is in here. That's a great name right there. Gary Arthur Brown's in here. Michael Allen Rose is in here. This sucker is thick. There's so much stuff in here. William Cook is in here. Who else? Gabino Iglesias, Nick Cato. All in Bizarro. This sucker's thick, so you're going to get a lot of flavor for what Bizarro is. So it's another great one to check out, Bizarro. Finally, probably the most comprehensive anthology of Bizarro out there, and it's a series, is, of course, from Eraserhead Press, who are considered like the major leagues of Bizarro, right? So we have the Bizarro Starter Kit. Right there. This is the Bizarro Starter Kit Red, as you can see. They're in red. There's orange, there's green, there's different colors. They don't call them 1, 2, 3. They put them out in volumes by color. This happens to be Bizarro Starter Kit Red. In this one, Douglas Hackle. Love Douglas Hackle. If you want to read some great, funny, irreverent, untethered Bizarro, pick up Douglas Hackle. and you can get a flavor for him in Bizarro Starter Kit Red right there. Also, past guest over here, David Barbie. David Barbie's in here. Eric Henderson, another past guest. I just talked last month about Robert Devereaux's baby's first book of seriously fucked up shit. Robert Devereaux is in Bizarro Starter Kit Red. Again, more great stories, more great examples of what Bizarro can be. And there's another great series out there like these other ones, and it's called Tall Tales with Short Cocks from the Rooster Republic Press. I don't have a physical copy of that, but you can pick that one up as well. Same thing. Who's Who of Bizarro are names in the book. Great stories. Perfect examples of what Bizarro can be. So, right here, I'm going to stack them up. The Bizarro Starter Kit. Strange Fucking Stories. And Bizarro. These are your ways in to checking out what Bizarro is. And if you already love Bizarro and you haven't picked up these anthologies, do yourself a favor. These are gems. Gems! So, this is Mr. Frank, thanking you once again for contributing to Project Entertainment Network's Patreon campaign, and then just giving your $1, $3, $10, whatever it is you're contributing is all important and helpful for the network. I, of course, appreciate it more than any other host on the network, including Chuck Buddha. And we'll see you again next month. Thank ya.